So success with this will put him on 385. Now, what was his personal best total before? Because you had him down as a 190 clean and jerk. What did he actually snatch to go with that 190?
Well, no, he had a what, Patatoski here? No, he'd never done 190. He'd done 175 in the Europeans, and that was earlier this year with a 365 total. So he's
doing.
He's doing pretty well. Oh yeah, he's doing pretty well. So
this would be 20 kilos above his best.
Absolutely.
Previous total.
372.5 is the best that I found for him, and that was in the 2003 Junior Worlds.
So I guess the key thing is that although he missed that, he's still improving, and definitely a name to keep in mind for the games.
379 is a big improvement. That's a 14 kilo improvement on the Europeans. You know, and he's got a decent consolation prize. He's got a medal from the snatch phase to take home. So he's not going home empty-handed. He's improved. But clearly, this particular discipline of the two is the greater Achilles heel. The work in the snatch looks good. 184, promising. And 184 is only 4 kilos off the world record. Now, Ashgar Ibrahimi for Iran, first clean and jerk attempt, 205. To go with 177. So he's operating very much as he did do in Dubai in the Asian Championships, ranked 4th in the world. But in the first phase, got out of jail on his third lift, 2 failures at 175.
It's okay, just needs to get the feet in line, which he does. He has posted 200 as an opener, so the warm-up obviously went to plan. Coming in there at 205.
So it gives him a running total of 382. Just a bit concerned about how far he can go, because that wasn't the most convincing drive up in the first element. Now Spain, 5 kilo increase. For 376. That will be his new running total. Second attempt for Santiago Martinez. Very nice. Good, David.
Yeah.
That's the best lift I've seen him make so far. He's had 5 attempts, but that's the one
206 on the bar, 206.
that I will remember for the moment anyway.
2 minutes on the clock for the third attempt on Santiago.
Good drive up, waste absolutely nothing on the first phase. Good split.
From Moldova.
Well, he's got 205 there. We know he can do 207 and a half. Be interesting to see whether he's going to guts it up to 210. I think
he could now, with the new ruling, he could take 208, couldn't he?
Well, I know he can do that, David. What I was getting at the point now was, you know, he's not in there. He's not going to be in there for the medals. but therefore it just might be worth, this is the day, you know, if he's feeling good, because that was a good lift, that Santiago should just push himself, you know, really ask a question of himself. You know, if he thinks he can do 208, might he just have a good crack at 210? Now, Vakachuk. Vadim Vakachuk, well...
Disappointing snatch.
Well, he's an old campaigner, a bit of a warhorse in this sport, and past his 30th birthday. He's achieved quite a lot in his time. Bronze medal at the 2003 Worlds, and he's been a European silver medalist in his time. And at his very best, he's capable of like 220, 222. I don't think he's at his real best, though.
Not judging by that clean. Oh, certainly not judging by that jerk. Well, he's limping off, so one would assume that he's either not at his best because of an injury sustained in training, or perhaps in the warm-up room. And I've got a feeling we might not be seeing him again on the platform.
Well, I think the 207, David, frankly, was to try and get a total, and then he could decide what he wants to do. Now he's got another difficult decision. Does he press on? But he will.
I don't see the point, because there's no medals at stake. If you've got a problem, you've got no chance of getting a medal. Why risk doing yourself even more damage? If I was him, I think I'd save it for another day.
Question is it a wise head on old shoulders? But there may be.
Well, if it was your last competition and it was, or the Olympic Games or something like that, and there was no possibility of competing again, then it might be different. But in this instance, if you've got a problem, I think you should bow out.
So Akhmatov in picture there from Kazakhstan. He wants a total of 400. There were there were 4 men who entered 400, but there were actually only 3: Dobrev, Bashayev and Akhmatov. Well, Vadim Vakachuk determined to have another go, half a minute to win it, and it would be a win for him if he can pick this up in his present condition.
Good effort, but I really don't see the point.
Well, the other difficulty for him is that he's at an age and at a time, David, that injury apart, there are so many talented younger men snapping at his heels. For how much longer can he truly be, world competitive? 2 failures, risks not getting a total. Once again, you can see there the 205 from Martinez. He weighed in lighter, and he should have been at the top of that clean and jerk list. And this is one of the other byproducts of the 1 kilo rule, that it allows so many different variations that at this level, when they're spread out in this way, competition slows down quite a bit. There's more potential for one man to follow himself or have to follow himself, whereas with 2.5 kilos that was less likely to happen. It's also an interesting discussion here, David, about whether, it's worth considering even a smaller number of men in the final.
I think 5 would be a more interesting number.
Obviously, it means, in a way, less representation for a lot of countries. I think something needs to be.
Well, it doesn't, because they've still got the representation, but the actual final as the 5 athletes from the 5 best countries.
Question is how you arrive at that 5.
So the bar going up.
209.
So I wonder if that means that Vadim Vasarchuk is buying himself some time, or whether he's pulling out of the competition.
I think for his sake, as you said, David, it'd probably be prudent to call it a day.
So you thought 210. I said 2.8 would be a personal best.
And he's defied both of us by going for 209.
209.
They'll never learn. But I'm glad he's going to 209.
Well, either way, it's a personal best.
Yeah, he's really pushing himself, which is really what we wanted to see. If he can do the clean, that's not too bad. No.
So ends on 376.
Yeah, just a little frustration there from Santiago. I'm sure he can do that. 376. And that's not as yet better than Hernandez Coba of Cuba, who snatched 165 and clean and jerk 220, which is a very decent total, and totaled up